like to call the departmental meeting to order. If you would stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. And prior to the meeting, Trustee Weisenberg asked if we could remember Mary Kay Duncan in our moment of silence, so if you would please do that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone watching at home. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Carter?
Present.
Trustee Mariscal? In just a moment, I can see Trustee Mariscal is on the line.
Present.
Thank you, Trustee Mariscal. Trustee Kazam?
Present.
Trustee Gatt?
Present.
Trustee Weisenberg?
Present.
Trustee DeVore?
Present.
All right, sounds like we have everyone. Thank you. We would be at approval of the departmental meeting minutes on Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. I would ask for a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Madam Clerk, do you have any correspondence?
I do, Mayor. I have 2 emails here to read. The first email, it was a subject line gratitude. It was sent to Chief Sutton, Mayor Phelan, Sarah Whitbrock, and myself from Hugh Higgins. I wanted to reach out and offer a word of thanks through the business relief program you all helped make possible. This grant is easily worth an entire week of revenue in these tough times of COVID compliance. Last December, we would have often made the same revenue in a single evening. Many thanks to Stephanie for her continued guidance and help in making sure our paperwork was correct and helping to ensure our success in obtaining these much-needed funds. Come hell or high water, Hearth will survive this pandemic and we will continue to contribute to the tax rolls of this wonderful village. I count my lucky star that I landed in the Heights. With gratitude, Hugh Higgins. I also have an email which was sent to Chief Sutton from Holly and Doran Mozak of CrossFit 309. It reads as follows. Chief, I just wanted to thank you and the staff for taking such great efforts to secure this latest round of grant funding. As a small business, we don't have any employees on the payroll. Our coaches are independent contractors, and we're not at a place where we can employ ourselves. So we didn't qualify for any of the other government grants out there. As you can imagine, it was pretty disheartening hearing about grants but not qualifying for them because we were essentially too small. This grant restored our hope. We were fortunate to continue to make ends meet throughout this year due to our amazing members, but we lost a significant amount of revenue this year, having to cancel certain programs and having members canceled due to their own concerns or limited funds. We used the $5,000 grants for 1.5 months of rent reimbursements to carry us into 2021. It definitely helped take away a little bit of the anxiety we've faced for the past 8 months. Happy holidays, Holiday and Doran Mozak, CrossFit 309, 309 Fitness. That's
All right,
it.
thank you, Madam Clerk. I do have a proclamation. Dave, would you join me up here? Jill, come on, please. This is a bittersweet night for me. As mayor and as elected officials, we get to serve many fine people here in the village. I also have the honor of working with many very fine people. One of those who's a really important teammate of ours is leaving us, but because of his knowledge and hard work, he's moving on to a better opportunity, and I'm very happy for him going to such a very fine organization. So I prepared a proclamation. It doesn't really describe all of what Dave has contributed, but we did the best we could. So this is a proclamation of appreciation to Dave Marfell for his service with the Village of Peoria Heights. Whereas Dave Marfell began his career in public service as a Peoria Heights Police Department dispatcher, public works laborer, and water superintendent with the Peoria Heights Public Works Department from 1996 to 2002 and 2010 to 2020. And whereas throughout his tenure with the Village of Peoria Heights, Dave Marfell has earned a reputation for being meticulous, hardworking, and devoted to his job duties. His expertise, coupled with his commitment and dedication to this profession and to his colleagues, continues to inspire those around him. And whereas Dave Marfell continues to be devoted to his community, and we wish him well in his future endeavors, be it therefore resolved, the Village of Peoria Heights Board of Trustees hereby congratulates Dave Marfell for his 16 years of service and expresses sincere gratitude for his outstanding service to the village and his community. Michael E. Phelan, Mayor, and something tells me that we're going to be seeing just as much of you, I hope.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Come on, Michelle.
I'll say something. I've always got something to say. Yeah, like you said, it's been quite a journey. This started back in December of 1996. I was hired, 20 years old, I was hired by an old police sergeant because he liked the shirt that I wore to my interview, and that's a true story.
You have a nice shirt on tonight.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And then I left for 8 years to go work for the city of East Peoria and came back for 10. The last 10 have been excellent. The last year has been fantastic after the old guy retired. Mr. Goff, I'm kidding completely. But I thank you, Mayor, for the opportunity, the board for trusting me the last 2 years in the position that you gave me. I appreciate it greatly. The guy up here at the desk, I've worked with him since '96, Chief Sutton. He's a great man, always had my back. I appreciate him greatly. Yeah, I'll miss this place. So, thank you.
Can we get one? Let's get a photo here
Yeah.
while Chris is up here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Did I leave my? There we go. Okay. Next we would be at a Public Works update. While we wish someone goodbye, it gives me the opportunity to promote someone. So in consultation with Administrator Sutton, I'm pleased to announce that Chris Chandler will be promoted to the position of Superintendent of Water. So Chris, congratulations on that. Chief Sutton, anything you want to add to that?
No, I'd just like to add that we're in the process of backfilling the position. Obviously, we advertised last weekend. It'll be open for a few weeks, so you can get an application online. You can come in and pick one up, or you can send a resume, either way, but it'll probably be closing in about 3 weeks, and we'll start to review the application. Same process we went through here last year, so that's all I have.
Yeah, while we're on the subject, you know, I go to bed every night not worrying about the streets or water, just like I don't worry about other things in the village. I'm certainly concerned, but I know that the crew are taking care of business. And New Year's Eve, I know they were out on a water main break, and then they were out the next couple of days fighting ice and snow, and they have had a tough few days. And so I appreciate all of your hard work, everyone in Public Works. Okay, we have comments from the audience. Anyone from the audience want to make any comments? Please come forward, give your name, and keep your remarks under 5 minutes. Any comments from the audience? Going once? Going twice? Comments are closed. Any old business to come before the board? If not, we would be at new business. The first, we have an economic development piece of business to take care of. It's an action item, ordinance 2021-1643, an intergovernmental agreement and designating ordinance amendment number 7 for the Peoria Urban Enterprise Zone. I believe we have Sally Hanley on the line, but Trustee Kazam, can I get a motion to approve this? Trustee Kazam, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry, I'm having a problem with my,
Can I get a motion to approve the action item?
yes.
Okay, thank you. And a second?
Second.
Trustee Weisenberg. Sally Hanley, are you there?
She is. I can see her.
You have her on the line, Stephanie?
She is on the line.
Sally Hanley?
I'm online.
Okay, welcome and thank you. I don't get a chance to thank you enough for all of your work and your work with the EDC. Sally, can you explain to us what we're doing here tonight on this piece of
Yes.
business?
Correct. I will give a brief kind of background in case some of the trustees are new to this enterprise zone. But the Peoria Heights participates in a 7-unit of government, Peoria Urban Enterprise Zone. The other units of government are City of Peoria, Bartonville, West Peoria, Bellevue, Mapleton, and Peoria County. And when one wants to do a boundary amendment or any change, all the other units of government need to adopt the amended ordinance. In this case, the City of Peoria is the sole party that has requested the addition of 18 parcels, all within the City of Peoria. And just to give you a frame of reference here, let me pull up my sheet. So these parcels are located throughout the city, but I'll just name the main streets that they're on just to give you an idea. Romeo B. Garrett Avenue, Northmore Court and Northmore Road, West War Memorial Drive, North MacArthur Highway, West Route 150 Highway, North Galena Road, and Southwest Jefferson Avenue, again, all within the City of Peoria. These parcels either have the available commercial or industrial properties to be reused. A couple of the parcels actually have some imminent projects, hence the reason for the fast pace here. And I want to pause right here and thank the board and Sarah and Elizabeth, everyone, Elizabeth and the legal counsel for your willingness to put this on the January 5th meeting. So the amendment of the 18 parcels, it has been surveyed. And so you have before you 2 documents, and they link together. The intergovernmental agreement ties the 7 units of government together, and it has the previous amendments, and it has the current legal description and property parcel PIN numbers. The second document is a companion ordinance that spells out the actual information on the Peoria Urban Enterprise Zone, and it also is to be adopted. In that ordinance, it spells out the incentives. Those all stay the same. The incentives include building material sales tax exemption for development projects under a building permit, property tax abatement of the participating taxing bodies, which is all pretty much but the school districts, and then building permit fee waivers. Those are the packages. And by far the building material sales tax exemption is the one that's most prevalent and provides a great incentive to redevelop or build new with that sales tax exemption. With that, I'll entertain any questions or provide further information as needed.
Sally, and we do have some new board members. Most of us know you from way back. Would you explain your role with the EDC and what you do, please? And then we'll take those questions.
Sure. Been here a while. So in a variety of roles, but my current role is Director of Business Assistant. So basically I'm working to help facilitate the existing businesses, mostly primary businesses within the region, within our 5-county region, on programs such as this, the Enterprise Zone, revolving loan funds, low interest financing, infrastructure needs. So that's what I do, and I love it.
Thank you, and we're lucky to have you. Questions, trustees? I think you explained that fairly well. Trustee Kazan, would you like to have the last word on this?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Mayor?
I said that Sally did a good job of explaining, and there are no questions. I'm going to give you the opportunity for the last word.
Yes, no, she did a wonderful job of explaining that. Thank you so much, Sally, and we appreciate everything you do, and we're very excited about it.
Okay, if we're ready for the question, then, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal? Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Kazam?
Aye.
Trustee Gatt?
Aye.
Trustee Weisenberg?
Aye.
Trustee DeVore?
Aye.
All right, that passes. Sally, give our best to Chris and everyone at the EDC. Thank you for joining us.
I will, and thank you.
Trustee Kazam, anything else under economic development?
Yes, Mayor, there is. I didn't know if I should do this under miscellaneous or now, but I just wanted to tell our community that on December 10th, Peoria Heights was granted the Rural Recycling Grant in the tune of $6,000. This will kickstart our composting grant. We're really excited and very thankful to the county board who helped facilitate this, particularly Rebecca Cottrell, and also Dave Marfell, who has been an integral part of this as well. So we will be working with Better Earth Logistics on educational components and also implementing a composting recycling program within Peoria Heights. And hopefully, as we go forward, we'll work on expanding that to other materials.
Thank you. Anything else?
That's everything. Thank you.
All right, and thanks everyone for working on that grant. That is good news. We would be at police. Trustee DeVore, the first action item we have is Katie's car sales special use permit renewal. May I have a motion to approve that?
I make a motion to approve the Katie Cars sales special use permit.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, any comment on this, Trustee DeVore?
Not really. They've been in compliance. In this last inspection, they were up with everything, less than 10 automobiles, less than 40 golf carts and 40 trailers. I feel like it's pretty standard, and I would vote to approve it.
Okay. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Kazam? Trustee Kazam?
Aye.
Thank you. Trustee Gatt?
Aye.
Trustee Weisenberg?
Aye.
Trustee DeVore?
Aye.
All right, that passes. Next is a discussion item, a computer purchase for squad cars in the amount of $12,820. Trustee DeVore, go right ahead.
So the police department, we had in our budget to replace 6 of the computers in the cars this year, and we are looking to replace 3. Chief Sutton can explain a little bit more of why we need them and why we went ahead with that, but again, this was a budgeted item and we only did half of what we were planning on doing.
Thank you, Trustee DeVore. Yes, we did budget for to replace 6 out of the 10 car computers this year. We've been holding off, obviously, till this quarter due to the pandemic. Just a little historically about these computers and how we first obtained them through a grant. The first round of replacements were done through seizure money. So here we are again, and these are critical to our day-to-day operations, especially with the dispatch consolidation, where we receive a lot of information through dispatch on the calls, update the officers as they're going to calls. So it's a critical piece of our day-to-day operations. But we have 3 that are really in desperate need of being repaired. It's not something you can really wait till they go down. So I am recommending that we replace 3 now and either do the other 3 that we budgeted for in the fourth quarter, or we might have the opportunity to fund the rest of those through seizure money in the future. So right now, we have 3 that definitely need to be replaced. These are on state bid. Also just for informational.
So you're asking that we move this forward to the board to approve at the board meeting? Is that
Correct.
okay? Is there a consensus to do so?
Yes.
Yeah, does this include the installation and everything?
It does not include installation. It includes the docking station, which I believe one of them can use the existing, but the other two need updated on the docking station, but it does not include installation. Now, the software update that we will do will be done in-house, but as far as the actual installation, it will be done with Supreme.
Anyone else? Okay, so Madam Clerk, we have our consensus to put this on the board agenda for final action at the village board meeting.
Right.
Trustee DeVore, anything else under police?
No, Mayor, I have nothing else.
Chief? Okay. We'd be at miscellaneous. Any miscellaneous?
I've got something.
Oh,
I had something, but
go ahead, and then we'll get to you, Dave.
I had something, Mayor, but after talking with you, I think I'll talk with Chief Sutton and Mark Walton first before I bring it up under miscellaneous.
Okay, thank you.
I forgot to mention this under Public Works. Trustee Weisenberg asked about well 12 at last meeting. That did come back. It came back over what we had currently in the budget for that. It came back at $79,000. So that has been pushed back to next budget year in May. They're going to begin working on that in May. I've updated Chris on that. And then since that came over budget, he's going to look into getting one of the other wells rehab this budget year. We have one in mind that should be a lot less cheaper. I'm hoping under $5,000 or $10,000. So hopefully he can get that one up to par and up to standards here sometime soon. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, did we find out what the deficiency was?
They do believe it was underdeveloped. I asked the contractor that it was the work is planned or going to do the work if about like legal action. He said that it could be difficult because when the village signed off on the work, you're assuming liability. He said he has seen it in the past where if you can prove that the well works better before it was or after it was rehabbed, you can try to get some cost back. He said it is difficult, but it's possible. So that may be something that the village attorney council could look into possibly. But that's going to be a process. They'll have to once the rehab of the well is done. I would probably, if it starts in May, it'd probably take until July or June. Then I'll let Chris know to get a hold of the council and he can decide whether he wants to move forward with that. But he did say it would be difficult.
Is that something we're going to plan on budgeting for next fiscal year?
Yes, I've already talked to Stephanie about it, yeah. Yep. And then about your comment about Mr. Chandler, Mayor, I have the complete confidence in giving the reins over to him with the water company. Spent a lot of time with him recently. He's ready to go, so I still live here. I drink the water, so I have complete confidence in him. So, thank you.
Thank you. Any other miscellaneous? Before we go to the next item, I'm going to stop. I was caught up in the moment of the proclamation. I forgot to ask Trustee Carter or Mike Casey if they had anything under Public Works, so forgive me for that.
I don't believe so. I think they've
We
worked their butts off the last couple weeks, and so they're just trying to maintain. I do wish Dave all the best, and thank you for all your work.
We do have a job advertised. Mike, would you want to explain a little bit about that? We certainly want people to apply for that. The qualifications needed?
Yeah, it's basically the labor's job with us. We are part of Local 165. You'd have to join the union. We do recommend to get your Class C water license within, what is that? I can't remember exactly but your Class C water license, you'll have to obtain a CDL Class B with air brakes, pass a physical, your drug test and things like that. As far as salary-wise and all that, they'd have to contact the water office and stuff and get further details on that. But basically, labor, pretty good physical shape, and we should go from there. So that's about it. Unless you got something else, Dave?
Mayor?
Yes.
Or Stephanie, if you can hear me, I have a question. I don't know, I didn't hear you for a little bit, but has Chief Sutton given an update on the DCEO grant for our local businesses?
No. We'll do that. Thank you, Mike. Are you, you're having trouble hearing us, Trustee Kazam?
I have been, but I'm sorry if I'm interrupting anyone. I apologize.
Oh, okay, well, we need to know that, so we'll work on that for the next meeting. So I got the impression that both you and Trustee Mariscal were having a hard time hearing us. I apologize for that, but Chief Sutton will answer your question.
Everyone should have received last week a final update on the grant information with a spreadsheet, exactly the amount that was given out and what businesses got what. So those should have been sent out last week on an email, and if you didn't get those, please let me know, I'll resend it. But I believe those were sent out last Wednesday, Trustee Kazam.
Trustee Weisenberg and I handed out checks a week ago Friday, then you're right, last Wednesday, and then the rest were mailed, correct, Madam Clerk?
Correct?
Yes, I want to confirm that I did receive that email. I just didn't know if Chief Sutton had given the information to the community in this meeting.
Well, I know that we are going to have a press release on it as far as the number and everything in detail. But as far as the board, the email's been sent out. The press release will contain all that information.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for reminding us. Okay, we would be at payment of the bills. I would ask for a motion to pay the bills.
I make a motion to pay the bills.
Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any questions on any of the bills or discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Kazam?
Aye.
Trustee Gatt?
Aye.
Trustee Weisenberg?
Aye.
Trustee DeVore?
Aye.
All right, that passes. The bills are paid. Trustee Gett,
Make a motion to adjourn.
is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of the motion to adjourn signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? We're adjourned.